We continue. I still not. Oh my god, that West Coast theme music though. No. Oh my god, no. Alright then. We got the Hawthorn and the West Coast. We're still in round 10. We got like 3 games left to go. We're trying to help out player 2. We're doing what we can with them. I need to like check at the bounce to remember which one's which. Okay. The Hawthorn won the toss. Well done for them. Okay. So it turns out player 1 is West Coast. So we're doing what we can for Hawthorn. We're trying to help him out. Let's go Hawthorn. It's like, I feel like, oh, okay, we go this way. I feel like when I'm playing as both teams, it's like I'm beating myself up. It's like the stop hitting yourself, you know? Coming out that way. Handballs. Avoid that. Okay then. Okay, so we're starting fine. It's gonna be a ball up there. You got what? You got the West Coast, you got the Hawthorn. Ooh. Handballs. Feels like I'm into. Gotta be with Mr. Jeff. Okay. Get someone come to that. Holy cow! Oh, I forgot the.
This is great pressure footy.
Okay, I forgot which one was which. Just get rid of that. That was like an opportunity there. We had an opportunity for Hawthorn there. Oh, get rid of it. Handballs. Oh no. Yeah. That's fine. That's cool. No, that's not good. We still don't really go around to the controls and learn how to do them properly. We just continue to do the button mashing and then see how things turn out. Handballs. Out you go. Okay, you got the kick. That's gonna what? No, that's not what you wanted. Okay, but what? Yeah. Let's go, Harry. Go to that square. What you got in there? They got the crumbs. That's Mr. Lewis. That a goal? Oh.
If they can keep running and taking
the game
on, there's no reason why they can't.
I'll kick it out there. That's gonna be. That's gonna go out the 50. Mr. Hawthorn. Remember when these two teams were good? And now playing in grand final against each other. God, that feels so long ago.
So he'll roost it long down the line.
Kicked over there in the middle. You got Reeves. All right then.
Delivers a long ball.
Oh, who has that one? Handball opportunity was there. Lewis! He made up for it. There you go. We have all the things good. We do have the stuff. Good there. Right, we're still in the Indigenous round. Yes. Okay, so get rid of that one. Mr. Morris. Oh. Okay then. That's me.
Kelly reads the place so well. He's
can one of y'all come and get the ball over here? Thank you. Okay, but then like pass to your teammate would be good as well. That's probably a good idea. Mr. Jones.
Good hands.
Go in the 50.
A little bit of time.
That's going over to no one. But okay, so it'll be coming back in. We'll have a throw in.
Gary Lyon is here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
The Hawks look to be positive and their foot skills have been very sharp early.
Meek wins the tap.
I don't know what he just said. Something about foot skills being good. Which is totally not true. Oh no, okay. That's the ball up then. Ooh, let me get... no one came over to it. We went the wrong way with them. Okay then. Hawthorn, handball's over. Who you got with it? That's Mr. Meek. I'm actually genuinely surprised that Hawthorn are the only team with the score right now. Come this way. We've just gotten so accustomed to the team controlled by player 1 just immediately starting out and dominating from the start that I don't know what to do with myself over here. Can you get rid of that one? Okay, that's going to be a ball up.
They're going nowhere and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Meek palms it down.
No, you want to get rid of that. Mr. Hunt, the kick goes down there. Who you got? Oh. Handball out of it. Handball. No, you want to get rid of it. That's Mr. Sicily. There you go. Over with him. Kicks. Very good. Nice with Newcomb. Who again? Okay, that's not going anywhere. That's not going to do anything. Good. We'll have a throw in then.
Thoughts so far, Gaz?
Hopefully, once the sides have had a good look at each other.
I don't know how often other people feel this way, but I always feel like I'm getting like Men in Black. Like you know, like the memory wipe. I always feel like I'm getting memory wipe of Like I'll have an instance through like the whole morning before coming on here. Like my mind set and the way I was thinking about things, I felt like I was good. I was like, oh yeah, bing, bam, bam, boom. But like that just kind of comes to the way that the mind is operating, I suppose. Where the difference is that if I'm like, where
the kick lets them down.
I guess the way that I was thinking didn't require me to like talk. So then my mind is using different brain muscles slightly to the point where the way that the information flows was it was easier, you know. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's because I was listening to like a podcast. I mean, yeah, that would have been true. That I was reacting, that the way I was interacting with the world was through a way that was normal to me, you know, where I've spent plenty of time listening to podcasts and
fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. No free kick,
and therefore the way that the information just went around from there into my mind, it felt more natural because I was just more used to it, you know. I was listening to it was Dropping In podcast with Charlie. He was talking to Dr. K from Healthy Gamer. I'm only like halfway through it. Okay, like I was listening to it while riding the exercise bike and playing FIFA. I've also seem to be picking up. Oh, he's a left footer. I've also been picking up the habit of like eating while I'm on the exercise bike. It's like well, then again, I was like trying to be efficient and shove stuff in together, which means that I guess my abilities to take in everything that's in the podcast of people saying, you know, it becomes less in terms of that individual moment. However, if I wasn't doing those other things, maybe I wouldn't want to listen to the podcast. So I'm actually picking up more than I otherwise would have.
Leading from the front. Cripps picks it off. That's poor kicking.
Okay, come bring it out. Little kick on there. Handballs. No.
I think he called for that.
Yep, with the day. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. More handball out that way. You got Scrimshaw.
Lays it off.
Handballs. Oh, come on. What was I was talking about the way that like my brain was interacting with the world and the environment of things being more what stuff I'm used to, so the information flowing. But then I come into a situation here. I had a shower that I had time away from the thoughts I was having, and it's not like that moment is gone, you know. It's not like you can just pick it right back up where you left off, where you were right beforehand. You kind of have to like find your whole way back around there. Whoa! Which takes some time. And then yeah, because I'm talking and there are different muscles going through the brain, it causes that all the information to flow from ever slightly of a different angle, enough of a different angle within the mind, because it's like stretching, I guess. Like Twister. Go this way. Is that coming back? Yeah. There you go. It's like having like a straight pipe, and then because of the talking, it's like things are slightly bent and it throws things off, you know. Got the handballs. It's gonna be Ryan. But that's just the thing with me, is because I know in my life I'm so used to picking up information by like listening to podcasts and listening to other people speaking and then bouncing my ideas from there. It's like get rid of that. And it's sort of like I have to already be in the zone, sort of, to then take it from there. Or if I'm like, maybe I'm just by myself, I'm not talking to anything, I'm just thinking, then those ideas can go, they can start flowing. But like, I would love to be able to just, I guess, think on command, I guess would be the term, but that's something that you develop.
That 4-0
They come
forward
in this
amounts to
way.
nothing. Cowards
Oh.
can run, and that's a great hand
Like you
pass.
just get more used to something.
Ward.
Then
Now
it
it's someone
becomes
else's problem.
something like at
Newcomb
first
running in
you're
support.
trying things
Reeves.
and
He can put them in front.
and they
Sadly,
oof,
he's astray.
and they
Seemed like the defenders
and they
got
feel
a bit
unusual.
lost
They
there.
don't
Lucky
feel
not to give up a
they
goal.
don't feel
Looking
like
to get
they don't
forward
feel
quickly.
maybe the most
Ryan
authentic.
displaying
But like
great
if you do
endeavour.
something enough times and you get more used to it, then it's just flowing good. It's like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to be doing. But that just comes, a lot of that just comes from experience. Can we handball back here? You can.
Hearn. Searching kick.
Hey,
Breaking down across half forward.
get the kick
Can
on
they
there.
keep the footy this time? Hard
But I know that I come, got this way,
Morrison. Moore.
Mr. Moore.
Harassed
I think
into
about
it.
myself and I
The
think
coaches
about like
start pulling out hair
intellectual
and
ego, or would just be ego
some
in
people
general,
can't kick that
where
far.
it's
Lewis. Natanui
handball it out
leads
there.
his opponent.
Natanui.
Throws it on the boot.
There you go.
Can they get it forward this time?
a little
Onto
kick.
the non-preferred.
No.
That's not a mark. Knew the tackle
Where
was coming.
my ego
No
says,
fire.
oh my
And they'll
god,
have a ball
the
up.
ability to try and think of topics and try and think through them where we're
Punches it
dissecting
out
them
the ruck.
and
Newcomb.
trying to put it in a way
Right spot.
where it's like, oh my
Sloppy
god, look at
hands
me,
and
I
turn it
understand
over.
everything,
We've got
aren't I
another
so
stoppage.
great with my intelligence and stuff? Like there's an ego in that
Meek
actually
wins it. Shuey.
stops me
This
from
is
wanting
great
to
pressure
just
footy.
fully
Ward.
dive
He
into
still
it
found a
because
way.
I'm
The
not
team
at that
physio
level
will be
that
working
that
overtime.
I can envision myself
Lewis.
wanting to
He
be, you know what I
slipped
mean?
his tracks.
Like if you want to be at the
McDonald. I don't
like
think he
saying,
meant to
I want to be on
smother.
top of the
Jones
mountain,
in the pocket.
but
Jones,
if I start
ever
climbing
reliable.
publicly
Duggan. He's normally
and show
good,
myself
he's
trying to
not
climb, but
preferred.
I never did that climbing, then people are going to see me struggling, and if people see me struggling, then they're not going to say I'm smart, and that makes me not want to do it at all, you know? And that just translates into other areas in life. For me, for other people.
Some of the tackling and other defensive acts.
That's why I'm so proud of my push-up.
The defensive side of the
Because
game
I was
has come
happy
a
to
long
not
way
be good at
in
it.
the past 10 years. Every player on the
And it
field
lets
has
you
to think
build up over
defensively
time.
now, or
Come this
they
way.
don't play.
Good on you,
It's like
Gary.
a
Thank you.
tempering expectations in terms of how quickly you're going to rise to the place you want to be. Got
Rucks
that.
go at it. Ward puts his team
Handball with Amon.
Amon into the action again.
Okay, then.
He'll be sore
Natanui.
in the morning. Ryan goes back to the
So it's like, it's also the type of thing, because like yesterday there was like, what, it was like 2 hours of talking about the birth of Jesus, and it's like I highlighted it. I highlighted that portion of the stream. I have it like ready to publicize on YouTube, but at the same time I'm like, no, but if I show it, then people might look at it and say that, oh, they're gonna see the weaknesses in the way that I interact with things intellectually, you know, and they're gonna see things that I'm insecure on, because I want to be seen as perfect and amazing when it comes to thinking. So there's like a internal battle that has to be, that I can see and say, oh, and if I can just embrace a mindset where it's okay to be publicly stupid because you're trying to be smart. It's like that feels hard, because if you're
goes towards halfback. Morrison.
If you're embracing like the okay to be stupid, then you can go out there and people will say you're stupid, and you know, come this way.
Sets up a foot race. Shuey makes the kick.
But like that's something that I'd like to be able to do. In theory, I would like to be able to embrace stupidity, because in order to learn things, in order to be smart, you first have to go from the part where you don't know things and you would be stupid.
Some indirect ball movement here.
Oh my god.
That's one for the highlight.
But I guess the feeling of it, I guess like it's easier to feel that way when we're younger, maybe because our ability to understand our surroundings is less. So we're just kind of like, oh, learning stuff and whatever. And you're just like, you know, you're like inexperienced to the perceptions of others, so it feels easier to deal with, I suppose. But then there's also like in an environment where I'm at now, or like other people would be at a similar age, it's like I can't afford to let people see my weaknesses because their value of me would diminish to the point. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So therefore, I'm not gonna even show my abilities that are weak. But then we're not developing them, so then it always stays weak. And it's like just trying to rely on the things that sort of worked. And it's like, how long is that going to last? I don't know. Coming this way. So I'm over here and being like, yeah, let me play these games. Let me play these games because my ego can take a hit towards not being the greatest at them. I'm not looking at it. My expectations of what my capabilities are within this isn't to say I'm the greatest at them, even though I am actually the greatest. I'm Mr. Wonderland, Legend Lenny. Y'all think I'm anything worse than the greatest? It's not true. But my ego isn't there with it as much.
Finally, they go inside 50.
Okay, that's Allen. Little kick. And you got Ryan.
Takes a beauty.
Going at his second.
Like there can be the idea of if you're only showing if you show weaknesses, it's invalidating you, and therefore right, you'd not be taken. I guess you wouldn't be looked at, you wouldn't be praised upon as much. But it's like, okay, well, where could you show weaknesses and actually say, by being willing to admit a weakness, to see that, to understand that you have that, and being willing to say what that is, maybe there's actually a strength in that, because you're willing to admit it. Maybe you're willing to work on it. You're willing to go through something that doesn't just make you look amazing.
Goes towards half-back. He had one job and he made a meal of it. A good kick here and they'll be in business.
Get the handball.
Kaczynski goes goalward and he's off target.
That is your focus. Should your focus be on
just bring a few doubts into his head.
Being amazing? Maybe that's what's holding me back in things. Maybe that's what's holding other people back in that they're like, oh my god, I need to be the best. Absolutely, I need to be perfect, when really it should just be about improving, and just and whatever level you're at and whatever it is, it's okay to be at that level. And if that's what you're doing, it's okay to be there. And if you're just doing little improvements over time, you don't have to rush things. But that doesn't, it's like that can feel good to think about at a time, of going like, yeah, that makes sense, but like then you go through it and you're like, oh, but it would feel so much better if I was like the best, you know?
He had no prior. Meek wins the tap. Newcomb pounces. McDonald. This is promising.
Ooh.
Somehow release the ball.
But it would feel good to not feel reliant on needing to feel like I need to be the best at a thing.
And they're away. Long. Who was he aiming for? Ginby. He's got an option in the center square. Reeves chops it off. Cops some unwanted attention.
Aim on, get the handballs out there.
Has it now on center.
Okay. Bruised. Handball.
Newcomb. That's a bruising tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be a ball up. Wow, we've had like no scores. That's just something that's been happening recently. Like the scores have been less. Like I don't actually remember the last time we had what the last team to score 100 in a game was. I don't think it's happened all round.
This will be a goal. Through it goes. And there's a kick the difference.
They moved that ball beautifully indeed. They're hard to defend.
We actually have a nice game going. I mean, in terms of like the closeness.
He's besieged. Meek.
Morrison. Handball. Okay. Never mind. There'll be a ball up.
But they're not going to get it. Meek looking for territory. Newcomb has eyes on
Oh.
for the footy.
Okay, it's going to be a ball up.
Sturridge coming up on the wing.
I see a little Herald something back there. Yo, isn't there...
Aim on.
Did it come through today? I remember seeing something about
More with a chance to
like
send it
Twitter's
forward. Newcomb.
stuff
Good
changing
tackle.
with
Managed to get off a handball. Ward
but like verified and non-verified,
gives it
and
everything.
like the amount of screen time that like there's a limit, like it's meter mated, like it's meter maids now.
Goes long.
Okay, you got with that little kick on there.
Towards half forward.
Mr. McKenzie.
Dangerous to leave on his own.
Okay then.
Is like the
Kick out that way.
Good work rate. What can they generate?
Okay, so Liam Ryan comes over to it. There's a handball.
Hearn. Well done. Great commitment.
I'll get rid of it.
Cully.
I think I also saw it was like verified accounts in it. Based on there's like I only saw like one tweet on it who was like trying to put together like 6,000 posts a day with verified accounts, which I saw someone, I think it was 6,000, which someone was
they cannot keep him quiet.
saying that would mean it would take like 16 hours for someone to go before they had a limit up, which is like, okay, so that person like in that situation doesn't really have a limit unless they are always on Twitter and they sleep less than 8 hours, you know.
Everything they can to undermine each other.
He stopped in his tracks.
Get rid of that, and then it was like the people who were non-verified. There was a difference between like new non-verified and old unverified. Where I don't know what it was for the unverified, but I think I put it together. It was like the unverified accounts have like 10 times less the amount of time before they exceed their limit. So it would mean that they would have like somewhere over 1.5 hours, I guess, of overall time on Twitter. I'll get rid of that way, which I know for me will be perfectly fine. For other people, yeah, I saw like there were people upset because it's like NBA free agency stuff. So like for them, they're not gonna like it. So me in the past would have hated it. Me today is like, doesn't affect me so much. I don't spend all that much time on Twitter nowadays. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
The tackle was coming. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it.
That's a handball. That's not a handball, that's a hit out. What am I talking over here? What am I talking? Oof. No, get rid of it. That's Mr. Jaff. Kick it, please. Kick it, please. Okay, that's holding the ball. Let's go for it.
On the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
Nick Nalanui. Let's see if he can get the goal. 40 seconds. Under that. It's off. That's not a mark. Okay. Handball. Kick. Oh, he didn't get it. He didn't get rid of it. That's going to be the end then, I think. Yes. There will be no more scores.
And that is the end of what's been a terrific first half.
Yeah.
With some memorable highlights. Let's hope the second half is just as good. What's happening?
I want to like grow my mustache over here.
Pretty good footy. We've got an engrossing second half ahead of us. Footy is a game of mistakes, but both sides have made some.
I don't know if it can be seen or not. If it's like big enough to 12.
Thanks for those observations, Gary.
Oh God. Doesn't like Robbie Rodden in, I don't even remember what children's show it was, but doesn't he have like a twirled mustache?
He'll be dragged if he keeps doing
that. Damn.
He wasn't under any pressure there. That's a bad.
I don't even remember what the show was called. I just remember him. I remember watching it.
Couldn't miss from there, surely.
Jack, a darling.
Goal coming up.
He's finally on.
Yay. I remember that show, like, I feel like the main character wore blue and there was like a female character that wore pink. You know, I'm not.
Crunching tackle Cripps.
Not
Long.
really sure. Like that makes sense in my head because I can remember, but I don't remember what it was called. No, get rid of it.
I've liked his
What
game
is that
today.
kick? I said get rid of it, but I didn't mean like that.
Great body work.
This is what he gets paid
Oscar
to do.
Allen.
Goals.
Oscar Allen, let's see what you can get in here, buddy. They already had one goal, so they come through. They get 2 quick goals in here. Push it out 16. And get.
3 kicks in front now, but a long way from safety.
Yes, it is a long way from safety. Hopefully we bring it in with the player 2. We got it's like David beat Goliath over here, man.
And we'll have a throw in.
We gotta try and fire that slingshot at player 1. We keep missing. Goliath's kind of winning, you know.
Punch clear. Aim on. An ill-directed hand pass. Ball spilled.
Oh, okay.
He's gone. He had plenty of time.
Kicking for his first.
That's a handball. Isn't the story of David and Goliath awesome? The moral of the story is if you have someone that's bigger than you, just get a weapon to hit them with. Yeah.
So far. Hearn has found some space.
Go out there.
That'll go close.
Just use a weapon, forehead. Back then it was slingshot. Today it's guns, I guess, and other stuff like tasers. Use a taser on them. Yeah, but like, that things go that way. But it's something that I sort of feel like I have been noticing more and more. Is like I've been coming to more. I already understood this, but having more of an understanding, and where it's like people can have their ideas on like what's like good and bad and everything, but in that, like in movies and TV shows, and people saying like this is the way this is what's good and stuff. These are our heroes. The way that they end up fighting evil is with physical violence.
Give some ground with a handball.
That's all it really, and all it really came down to was they won the fight. It's like, okay, but what if they lost the fight? Like, how would the world be, you know? It's like, oh, well, the world is good because I won the fight physically. But then all that really, it didn't have, like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of it isn't really, if we actually, like, that's me talking about the fiction stuff. But if we look at how, like, in England, like kings would have been changing over it, and in the past, it's not even like, I feel like history says it's not actually convincing people that things are right and wrong. Like if you just beat the crap out of your opposition and then you have like everyone else fearful enough that they don't want to stand up, it doesn't actually matter, you know what I mean? It just, it's like all our things just come to like the physical conflict, and it's like, well, this whole idea on like telling kids that it's wrong to like hit people and stuff, I don't feel like history really, I feel like history tells us otherwise, you know? Like if you just beat the crap out of your opposition, you kind of are able to get what you want. Like history says that actually kind of works.
They should be now. Solid tackle.
Get rid of it.
They might be caught out on the turnover. Not
nope.
Sure who that was meant for, but it's been picked off. Sloppy disposal.
Handball out that way. No. Mr. Yo. Little kicks. Got with gaff. Let's see what you can get in there. That's going to be with Hawthorn. Oh, okay. That's the ball up.
They couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing. Natanui, the winner there. Nash.
Get rid of that one. No. That's with Kelly. Handball's back. Oh, that didn't. Wait, how many goals have West Coast got so far this quarter? It must be like just the 3. But it feels like more just because... I don't know. I know it's 21 points, but it just looks like more.
And is marked.
His goal was so far, but this would be a great way to get on the score sheet.
Okay, so Wingard has an opportunity for himself right now. Oh, that's a good kick. Oh.
Is it big enough? He's missed.
It made the distance. It was. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad kick. We're halfway through that third right there. I'll get rid of that. There you go. It's the Barras. Into the middle. Oh my, holy crap, my fingers just went, it felt like I just had a rush of sugar go through it all.
No way through there, and they'll reset.
Okay, got, oh my god. Got the handballs, my fingers, oh, they're feeling, oh god, my goodness, they feel the sugar.
Fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle.
Okay,
Let's go at
stuff
it.
over that way.
Getting back to help the defenders. He's under
No, that's with
close
Newcomb.
attention. Newcomb.
Handballs,
Newcomb.
get rid of it.
Feeling the heat.
That's with West
He'll
Coast.
feel that one.
Kelly,
Kelly.
Natanui. Come on, Natanui. Come on, Nick.
That's going the wrong side of the stick. It's a behind. Away
Okay.
he goes.
Well, Sicily gets it out. Hopefully we can get some good stuff going with Hawthorn. Can you come get this? Thank you. Thank you.
Gaff wins it back. Ryan. That hand pass was telegraphed.
Oh my
Ward.
god.
Good tackle.
My fingers.
The Eagles forcing them out wide.
It's not unusual for me to feel this way through AFL games. Like if you're constantly using something. Oh god damn it.
Build something here.
That makes
What are your
sense.
thoughts, Gaz?
Well, this isn't the
Oh
best
my
standard
god.
game so far,
I'm over here trying to massage
it's
them.
thoroughly enjoyable.
But there we go.
Meek wins the tap.
Mr. Morrison. Get that out of there. Handballs. Go this way. Come on, Jamie. Come on, Jamie.
He can smell a goal from a long
Okay,
way
he's missed
off,
that one.
but his kick is astray.
Missed that one.
Just needed to
Get
set
your
himself better before
kicks.
kicking on that
Get your
occasion.
kicks out of
The
there.
guts with the kick in. McGovern got a fist in. More out of the congestion.
Handball that way.
He'll work all day.
Who you got it to?
They're putting them under all sorts of pressure. The Eagles moving
Okay,
the
then.
ball well.
He doesn't miss many, so you wouldn't think this would pose any problems.
Okay, so Jaden Hunt jabs and brings
Kicks
it
for
in.
goal. It's a lovely looking.
Hey, I think he got it. He did get it. Hey, remember when this game was close?
Finally get some reward.
The Hawks are on
Still
the
not terribly out of reach, but be nice if Hawthorn could actually do some things to bring it back a bit.
Happy to be patient and wait for an opening.
Okay, get in the 50. Not a lot of time left.
Cole wins the contest and can
There's still enough. There's still enough for him to maybe be able to get one, maybe 2 goals in here through the rest of the quarter.
Gaff.
Mr. Gaffrey, get your kicks down there. But just yeah, that first half, like things were even enough, but I guess you know, West Coast gotta put their foot down. Gotta show me who's boss. Gotta let me know player 1 can't be defeated no more. Oh, get rid of it. Bruce going in the 50 there. Who can you get it to? Oh, no mark. Handball to your left. Little kick. Comes with Barris. The handball gonna work. Not the greatest. Kelly. Okay then. Handballs. So you got Cozy. What are you doing down here?
Recognizing the urgency.
I guess up there. I guess up here would be more appropriate.
Caught your eye.
The Hawks have got to be closer by three-quarter time, or the task will be too great.
It's only 5 goals. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but yes, it would be great if they could get a goal here.
Popular man. The Hawks with a chance for a stoppage goal.
And that's gonna be a hit out. Coming handballs. No, get rid of it. Who you got that with? Oh god, no. Yes. Post. He posted
The
it.
Eagles have got to be a bit sharper in defence. They're fortunate they weren't punished on that occasion.
Danger here.
Danger, danger.
Morrison.
I'm in danger.
Low. Nash. Terrific tackle. Yo reads the
Mr.
play
Duggan
so well.
goes right to the middle. Gets it with. Nope. That's good. Oh, who has it? Hawthorn boy. Get rid of it. Kick.
The Eagles have won it back. Barris leading by example.
Handball it out.
Place for the faint-hearted.
Who you have? Mr. Long
Under pressure.
goes in there.
Ryan.
Gets
That's
yes.
an aggressive handball.
Kick it.
He's
Oh.
in his tracks.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot.
I was seeing nowadays. I can't really watch F1 races live no more. Not really at that
He's
point.
kicked it high.
I've seemed to have gotten to the point in life where I can't do that now.
Wingard. The kicks are
But I can watch highlights still. So I was like, apparently, it still doesn't matter what it is. If it's a sprint race or anything, if it's weather, what the weather changes are, even if he goes off the track.
Turned over. Knew the tackle
Max Verstappen is inevitable. He's still inevitable. Will forever win for all the times.
Meek with a deft tap.
Cannot stop the man. Okay, that's going to go out there, which still kind of works for me because I do have like a thing going on that requires him to at least beat Perez in the championship. So he's doing good on that one. I appreciate that. I appreciate Hulkenberg. Thank you, Mr. Hulkenberg. You were appreciated for being good. Too bad they didn't have like one more lap, because I feel like if he had one more lap, 1 or 2 more laps, he could have passed both Aston Martins. Would have been even that sweeter, because I need that guy to beat Magnussen, and I think he's in the lead of him, but that's something that I can check in a couple of months. Go this way.
Might be time for one more score here.
No, get rid of that. But other than like my weekly thing with the AFL, like not really working out, I did have like results of games go ways that I needed them to for like overall like long-term bets that I've got going on, which is nice. Like thank you for that. Oh, is that in time? Oh no. But like I do appreciate Dan Houston for getting the goal after the siren. Thank you very much. I was wanting Port to win. It's weird. It's like the top 4 are like all teams that I just want to sort of keep winning pretty much.
You just wonder whether we're going to see a meaningful.
Like I'm happy for them to finish as the top 4. It would work for me personally. It's the things that I sort of placed prior to the season, and for things that I placed I think a couple of weeks into the season, it would work for me. Okay, you got the ball up in there. But it's so like it's always a nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking to have stuff that's long-term placed. It's like it's interesting with, I guess, betting where you're able to like the majority of stuff would be things that you're placing like a quick outcome. Like the game is today or the game is tomorrow, and you're placing it to be resulted in a very quick amount of time, you know. But to have things that won't be finalized for months is it's different. I guess that's like I've never really looked into like the stock market of how exactly all that works. But in my imagination, I would imagine that stock markets are more long-term investments, where betting, like what would be the sports gambling, are more just like usually short-term, incredibly short-term investments. But that's just kind of how I think about it. But then you also have the ability to place something that
could be a goal-saving tackle. Got in the way.
handle out that way. That can take more time. So those would be longer-term investments. That's currently where I'm thinking at it, but I don't know. Go this way. Let's go in there. Oops. Handball.
It's a tough game. Waterman will take some stopping.
I wonder if I'd ever get into the stock market. I don't like. It would kind of make sense because I've spent time over the past few years, like a lot of it, in the gambling world, in the sports gambling, with results that are not ideal. But it would be something that it might just be something that, based on experience, potentially I could pick up depending on what the similarities are. Go this way. Like I knew that sports gambling was something that I had experience with, in that I had played sports fantasy games that involved salary cap. So there was part of it where there was things within it that felt familiar. You know what I mean?
Turns it over in the middle.
Go this way.
Shuey, Ryan, cops some unwanted attention.
Okay, you go in there.
The Eagles finishing strongly. Impey, it's a hot.
Okay, that's gonna be a
We're
ball
still
up.
waiting for the quarter's first goal. Meek palms it down. Hardwick, Gaff, Allen.
Get rid of that. No.
Defense.
Okay, that's gonna be
That's why I said you had
holding the
more
ball.
opportunity.
So where are we at? We're at 28
Plays the
points.
percentages.
We kind of are looking for Hawthorn to get things going. Come on,
This
in
will
there
be
you
their
go.
first entry for a while. Cole showing why he's
But
such a
I'm not
defender.
sure they're gonna be
You might
able
have
to.
thought about the corridor. The
Little
kick's
kick on there.
precise. They'll
So you
take
get
the
it with
patient
Elliot
approach.
Yo.
Yo, that has to hurt.
Handballs.
Morrison.
That's
gathers.
not where we wanted you to
Handballs
go,
into
dude.
nobody. Duggan gathers.
Oh, God,
Shea,
no.
Crunching tackle.
Yay, come on.
Not a lot of space
Bring your
to work
handballs
with.
up there. Another one.
no
Nope,
one
that didn't do the thing.
Here's a
Handball
big
to your
chance
right.
sweep the footy forward.
A little kick. Who you get it to?
Gaff.
That
Keep it
works.
moving. Good looking kick. Natanui.
Handball. Handball.
Handball. Right.
Kicking
Can he hit
it
it
inside.
hard? This
Oh,
is
that's
a
Cripps.
joy to watch.
Well, there's one side working hard at the moment, the other side just sitting back waiting for their teammates to do the work.
Okay, let's see what you got here. That's going to be offline. Alright then.
A great team goal.
The Hawks are in danger of
Sicily.
being away. Their midfielders
Kick.
need to lift and start exerting more pressure.
Let's see what you can get going. Let's see what we can get going with them. Anything. Can we get stuff? 2 goals 7 to 7-6. So, I mean, it could have definitely been a lot closer than it is if Hawthorn were kicking straight.
Newcomb, good tackle. Neither side able to clear the footy.
It's going to be incredibly difficult for them to kick 5 goals in 10 minutes when they've only got 2 up until this point. But they're just going to have to get ball, kick ball, and go into the goals. If it happens a few times in the very near future, might be able to get an interesting ending here.
Newcomb, it's a desperate tackle. He's
Nope.
so good in close.
Handball it out. Who you got? Oh, I just had to get rid of it.
McDonald,
Just got to get rid of it and hope for the best.
Barris, ever reliable. Ryan.
There you go.
Run and carry.
Come into the middle.
Allen. The Eagles
But,
finishing with a wet
West
sail.
Coast just getting.
They're moving
Oh,
Day had some
over this way.
assistance. Impey
kicked it.
throws it on the
Okay
boot.
then. They're gonna run and get the ball. He does. It
Looking
comes
to
in the
pet one
50.
back.
No mark for ya.
Snares
Okay, the
loose
little
ball.
crumbs.
A goal scoring opportunity.
Kick.
Gone begging there.
Oh, right to the
He's
middle.
hurried the kick. It's a poor one. They're
Go
giving
in
it
there.
up.
You just gotta
What a
bang it
game
in and
he's
see what you
having.
get. Morrison. Okay, so he just picked up the ball that he just kicked.
Was that a legitimate attempt to get it out?
Well, it's under 9 minutes now.
Meek with the tap.
Hawthorn still trying to get
Boots the
something.
ball just in time. Cole had the presence of mind
Okay,
to
up
get
this
to
way.
a dangerous spot. The
You got
Eagles
Hearn.
have winners everywhere.
Who's he getting it over
That's
to?
skillful. Barris at halfback uses the non-preferred.
Who we have here? That's Mr. Shuey. Handballs it over. Come on, Shuey. Come on, Mr. Shuey. To the left.
Now it's someone
Oh,
else's
in
fault.
that
Gotta
place.
get it forward.
Natanui.
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 He shoots a goal. Has
I'm over
the
here
kick.
like having memories of
Bring the goals,
I
gotta
guess
get
like
the reward soon.
Straight down.
I don't know. I was thinking of like Silence of the Lambs, like the first time I saw Silence of the Lambs, because it's like I can remember I was watching it. I was watching it like in the middle of the night, you know. And it's like not only was I not sleeping, like I remember in the past when like I wasn't sleeping and I was up like all night, my mind would be kind of loopy. So like the whole way that I was talking and everything, like you're having like that whole energy drain. So I guess it's like, I guess that's sort of like if your energy is sort of been draining, then you're kind of I guess like in a way there's some sort of like inhibitions that are going away because you're like a bit drowsy, I suppose. So it's like watching the Silence of the Lambs and the drowsiness. Dude, I should watch Silence of the Lambs again though. That could totally be a thing. But I'm watching, but no, don't be watching back on Silence of the Lambs, because aren't there like 2 of them? I think there might be a second one as well. But because I'm like watching the OC, I'm still on that. Still gotta go through that. Gotta go through my Amazon Prime month that I got because of the AEW. Kick the goals over here, Hawthorn. Come on, get the stuff in there.
Pressure footy. Mackenzie, he's missed.
He posted it.
Right, just not putting it on the scoreboard.
Hearn goes towards.
Okay, well, we got
5
minutes left over here. Little kick. Go and get that, Mr. Sheed. Handballs. Oh, that's not. That wasn't the direction I wanted you going. Kick there. Mr. Yo.
Their ball movement has been impressive. Ginby.
Into the middle. Oh. Okay, then. Into the middle did not work out. Get rid of it.
He stopped in his tracks.
Yeah, that's a turnover.
Straight to the opposition.
Mr. Get rid of that. Mr. Handballs.
That sloppy play.
Kick.
Come back to bite. Inside 50 with the kick.
In there. Uh-oh. You know, we haven't had a single 50-meter penalty all season. I just realized that.
He doesn't waste many. Duggan has found some space.
Who can you get this one to? That's over this way. That's Kelly.
This is a big opportunity.
Handballs. Over with that. What is that kick? Can one of y'all come and run to the ball? Little kick on. You got Yo. It comes in front of Ginby.
He's got support.
Handball in there. Another handball. Over the West Coast, it makes sense to try and waste some time in there. Just make things harder for Hawthorn. I think Hawthorn make it hard enough on themselves, though.
Meek punches it out of the ruck. Read it well and intercepted it.
I feel like we've been over here trying to help Hawthorn as much as I can. I feel like if we weren't doing that, West Coast would have a much bigger score. But it's like,
will be working overtime.
even though we're trying to make some helps in here, but we're not trying to like overly big it. Just trying to help. It's not doing it.
Great play.
Like even that's going to be a goal. Is it? Are you serious? I thought that would just go through. Because if I picked it up with the West Coast player, he would just run over. But whatever. I thought he was just. Oh, I thought he was just gonna. Where's the ball? I thought he was just gonna get it. Fine. Okay, just go there. To the square.
Put an exclamation mark on a dominant win.
It is a dominant. I mean, it is a dominant win in a way, I suppose. Not like a big margin, but the Hawthorn to have only had 20 points, I guess. It is double. They have been doubled. Get the handballs up there. Oh, come on. No.
He's run into trouble.
Okay then.
We've got another stoppage.
Get out.
With a deft tap.
Comes with Hawthorn. Get rid of it. Handball. Oh, that's a push in the back. Surely.
Big shove there. Has to be a free.
He must
what the hell are you?
The Hawks might be in a spot of bother. Some people can't.
What the heck is? Near. Okay. Okay, Xavier. He missed that one.
Down some good play. I think he had more time than he thought.
Grimshaw goes he gets the Frost. The kicks on there.
Feeds it out.
Come on. Come on.
Onto the non-preferred.
Can they get a score? Nope. Never mind. And last handball. And that's end of the game. Okay, that's going to be the end of the game. We're still trying. We're still going to be trying to work it out. We got the end of the game in there. We had the West Coast win. They had 2 goals from Allen. Let's see disposals. Oh, it was Newcomb who was on top. He had 40 and the next best was 29. All right then. Well, you see the top marks. It was Barris in there. And yeah, West Coast get the win. They had 2 goals through Allen. They had 29 from Barris. And yeah, oh look, it was 28 for Ryan there. But yeah, West Coast get the win. 29 disposals from Barris. They had 2 goals through Oscar Allen, and they get the win. 51-20, 31 points over Hawthorn.